Hello, I'm very proud to introduce a brand new radionic psychotronic instrument called the ORG-MAGTRONIC 8000 by Higher Power Technologies. This is the ORG-MAGTRONIC 8000. It has a lot of features, it has a lot of power, and I'm very excited by this particular instrumentation. I just want to very quickly show you some of the features and the benefits of this amazing radionic instrument. It has basically a full-fledged magnetron. The magnetron has the magtronic energy plate in the middle. You can see the color of the plate is violet, which is it has a very high vibrational wavelength. This plate is used basically to charge with vibrational energy liquids, jewelry, any substance within a matter of minutes will be infused with energy. And of course you could choose the type of energy that you want to infuse in the object simply by putting the vibrational essence on the remedy plate. Okay, so whatever you put on the remedy plate will be vibrationally or energetically transferred to the object that you have on the plate in the middle. Okay, the magnetron basically is a full-fledged magnetron, which means it has very powerful neodyme magnets underneath each of the dials with alternating polarities, and this produces a energy vortex. Okay, also we could now measure and analyze subtle energies. We can now measure the energy. We have a digital amplitude dial that allows us to measure the vitality of any energy system. And let me give you an example. Let's say, for an example, we are measuring the third eye chakra. We have the machine set. The dials are tuned in or locked into the resonance of the third eye chakra. In other videos I show you how to work the dials to tune into. So let's say it's already tuned in. We have a mode switch over here. We have it in the down position, which is in the measure position. Okay, the amplitude dial, we will turn the dial as we stroke, as we lightly rub the energy reaction plate, the stick plate. As we turn the dial, as soon as we feel a tactile reaction, we stop turning the amplitude dial and we'll get a reading of the vitality of that energy system. For this example, let's say we get a energy reading of, let's say, 25. The scale is from 0 to 99.9. Anywhere from like 40, between 40 and 60 is a good vitality rate for a particular energy system. So 25 is kind of low. What we would do is we would put the mode switch into the intensity position, because we now want to send a corrective energy. We want to bring the vitality energy level up for the third eye chakra for this example. So we put the mode switch to the intensity level. We then turn the amplitude dial all the way up to 99.9, and we are now going to broadcast a corrective energy to that particular energy system, which is, in this example, is the third eye chakra. On the back of the unit, we have the broadcast switch. We push the switch and you see the light, the LED is pulsating. It's sending a corrective broadcast to the third eye chakra. Now we let that run for like, say, 30 seconds. We do not want to overstimulate the chakra. Okay, so we let it run for like 30 seconds and then we turn off the broadcaster. And then we put the mode switch back in the measure position. And then we do the same thing. We rub the plate as we take a measurement once again. For this example, let's say that it brought it up to, let's say, 48%. That's good, because anywhere between 40 and 60 is a good reading. Okay? If it's under 40%, if it's under the 40, you do the same thing again. Put it back into the intensity position, send another broadcast at 99.9 to bring up the level. Okay? Inside the unit, it has a orgone energy projector, an orgone E-block, a heavy-duty orgone E-block. Okay? The magnetron, which we found out, actually amplifies the orgone E-block. It amplifies the projection, or the strength of the orgone block. Okay, so we don't have to have this thing running for a long time. Again, we can now check our work. We could check to see if we brought up the vitality of a particular energy system. As we know, everything is made up of energy, so we could do this for virtually anything. Okay, another key feature is what we call instant radionics. Let's say you want to improve yourself. Let's say you want to increase your prosperity, your manifestation capabilities. You could do what I call instant radionics by simply turning up the amplitude dial to full blast, 99.9, put it to the intensity mode, because we're sending out a broadcast. In this case, the broadcast is going to be you, because you're going to put your fingertips right on the Magtronic energy plate. Okay, so you're going to be programming yourself for prosperity, love, whatever. Okay, in a matter of minutes. And then again, you could put the mode switch back and measure and test to see if there is any change. If not, you do it again. Very quick operation. You don't even have to do anything with the dials. Again, this has a full-featured magnetron, which makes this a very, very potent machine, especially when it's combined with the orgone energy projection system. They work in unison. The magnetron, we found out through trial and error, actually amplifies the effects of the orgone energy projection system. Of course, inside the orgone E-block, it has a scalar wave coil. Frequency, it has a built-in frequency 7.83 hertz, which is the Earth's frequency. Okay. As you see now, I have it in the continuous position, which means we could manually set it. I have it in the very, very low setting, which is 0.5 hertz, which is a very low delta frequency. You see the pulse is very, very slow. Okay, now I put it back into the preset and you see the difference. Now it's pulsating faster. It's at the 7.83 hertz. Okay, you could set the frequency manually or continuous if you want, but there's a dial on the back of the machine. You turn the dial as you rub the stick plate, and you would say in your mind, is this the optimal frequency for this particular operation? Or you simply use the preset, 7.83 hertz. The machine has a lot of features. Please, if you have any questions, you could email us at our website, or there's a telephone number if you want. You could call us. We'll be happy to talk to you. I'm very excited by this new radionic instrument. Again, now we could measure energies. We could find energy systems that are weak. We could bring up the vitality levels. Another key feature is we could neutralize negative energies. If there's a negative energy anywhere, we could put the amplitude on 0 and send a corrective broadcast to neutralize negative energies. So we could neutralize, we could balance, and we could energize using this machine. Thanks a lot for listening. Take care.